Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's W-O-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Ockily dockily, no pendulum day today. I will pull it out probably on a weekly basis just to clear up a few things. But what I want to have a look at in this particular reading, so there's a few particular news articles that are coming across my vision that are really grabbing my attention. So apparently, allegedly, entertainment only is that the Russians in Moscow are buying up walkie-talkies, pagers and portable radios en masse, literally clearing the shelves out for anything that they can get their hands on. Apparently, there's been a week-long internet clampdown in Moscow and St. Petersburg, basically blocking foreign websites. Well, yeah, nothing new there. But also blocking banking apps, which meant ATMs didn't work, and the ability to do online banking, etc. So pretty much it was back to cash. And my guides did say last week, get some cash out, and also blocking taxi apps. So therefore, the only way to book a taxi in those two cities was to use the old method of calling on the landline. So apparently also a lot of the cell phones, or mobile phones as we call them in Australia, the networks were sporadic as well. So there is rumours of it being a test to cut off web access within Russia. But I just want to have a look to see, well, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Karma's coming and biting on the bum, or something is changing. Now, there was reports of several hundred Ukrainian drones attacking Russia. The only reports I could find were Russian reports, basically saying, oh, we shot them all down. Yeah, right. Pretty sure that's not accurate, but anyhow, we'll just let that stand because I don't have anything, any backup to say otherwise. But the Wheel of Fortune's here. Something is really turning. Ukraine is gaining a lot of ground in the Ukrainian army. Military is regaining a lot of ground in Ukraine. At the moment, you've got the Kremlin screaming to get the pipeline, the sanctions lifted, the oil sanctions lifted, and the pipeline reopened to Hungary and Slovakia, which is closed because the Russians bombed it and took it out of commission. So there's some interesting things happening around Russia at the moment. And the second card, so I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Those who thought they were on top finding themselves on the bottom, the wheel turning. It is time. It is time. And the people have found themselves locked out and in these dire straits in the cold, financially locked out. That's also my card for moral, ethical, and financial corruption by those in charge. So things are happening. Okay, this could be, so this has jumped out. This could be a lot of information coming out very quickly on the dawn of a new day, or it could be missiles or drones or something raining down, bringing these explosions, and with them the death card, something significantly changing, possibly within the psyche of the Russians. So this is really interesting. And then you've got the Seven of Wands on the back foot, defending. Somebody's doing some big defensive about secrets that they do not want revealed with that High Priestess. So for those that are listening, we had the Eight of Wands with the Death card, and now we've got the Seven of Wands with the High Priestess. So something is not being revealed. The truth is not being revealed. I mean, we don't expect any different. Oh, talk about timing. The Sean Penn got Best Supporting Actor. The movie about the suppression of free journalism in Russia back when it pretty much became an autocratic dictator state, its current regime. Very interesting time in these movies coming out, because you've got to remember, movies are years in production. So we had Nuremberg earlier this year, and now we've got this one about the suppression of the media. Gee, I wonder what's happening in another regime in another part of the world. Okay, so let's have a look. What is happening? What is really behind this information that's coming out about those in Moscow, St. Petersburg, buying up walkie-talkies, pagers, and portable radios, and landline phones as well? But let's have a look. What really is behind it? I mean, we don't hear what comes out of these areas unless it's been, through several sensors and washed. But let's have a look. What's really happening behind this buying up? Come on down. I mean, it could simply be the internet going out, but it seems very odd. So, signifying here is basically I'm being told not to tell. The Four of Wands. Transformation is happening within the psyche of the people. Okay? Against this devil, dancing to the tune of the devil. Four of Swords. This could be the announcement of a death of a leader, or this could simply be the energy that they're stewing in is the taking down. In the past, you've got the Knight of Wands, just reached explosion point, and shining a light on the snake in the path, the Hermit. Kicking the snake off the path so they can move forward. Immediate future, the King of Swords, action, strategy, action, externally due to the betrayal, and they want to move forward, the Six of Swords. It's going to be a crossroads moment for the Russian people. You've got the young, the outcome, the Page of Swords, the young prepared to stand up against this delusional, power-hungry, top-heavy, whatever you like to call it. And you've got the Nine of Wands. Forced to surrender a messaging. Let's see, where's this going? And then you've got the Page of Wands stepping forward, and you've got new beginnings. Forcing a surrender. Okay. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers in this disappointment situation. The Two of Cups. So this could be mercenary actions, bringing forward a new opportunity for everybody against this misogynistic, dying off energy. And you've got loss and regret. Perhaps for those that tied themselves to this dying off energy. You've got the Two of Cups, which is a coming together on an equal basis, unlike this Lover's card. An offer being presented on the back foot, defensive, but the secrets of the past being revealed. And you've got the Hanged Man, you've got the false victory, and you've got the Eight of Swords. So this is sacrifice strung up, then shook out, and information about a false victory that's going to lead to arrests and legal action being taken. I think we're on the cusp of a revolution here. Let's ask that question. Now, I'm not worried about that information getting out, because what the heck is the Kremlin going to do? Their top military of... Yes. top military have all been thrown, taken out, destroyed against the in the 3-day Ukraine war that's now over 4 years long. Is Russia on the cusp? Is this walkie-talkies, pages, portable radios, etc.? They're on the cusp of a revolution, an overthrow. Well, there's that, yeah, explosive with that Knight of Wands against those that live in this lap of luxury. The challenge is that the ignorance of those that are living in this life of luxury. They're not going to see it coming, I don't think. You've got the Knight of Swords, so 2 knights as they're going to be. This is taking up the challenge, bringing forward a harsh truth. Quietly under the moon, arrangements being made with that 6 of Swords to move it forward, to bring down 4 of Swords, to bring down is going to be very much a crossroads moment. Be careful what you wish for, because there might be some spies in the ranks with that 9 of Cups. It's just the current situation in Russia has just become too much internally. It's just too much. It's almost like last straw type stuff with that 10 of Wands. The hopes and fears, the loss, the regret. 5 of Cups. And then we've got that 4 of Cups, a new offer, the Hanged Man on the back foot defending, past, and the Tower. Is there going to be? I think there is. They want to go back to what was. You've got to remember that the people prior to this invasion of Ukraine, the people of Russia, they had McDonald's and they had Gucci and they had, all these luxuries. They want to go back to that. They've had enough. They're going to stand up and fight for it. And then we've got the Tower. On the bottom, you've got Justice and Temperance. I think there is going to be. And I think this buying up is part of it. It's not just couldn't do the banking, couldn't get in touch with people, no, this is bigger. And surprisingly enough, I saw a meme cross my social media feed this morning that had a guillotine in the courtyard of the Louvre being oiled and polished. You've got here the Chariot, female riding in to take control, potentially. Head of an army, it's sort of almost like Boudica energy. It's Cleopatra energy. She didn't meet a very good ending, but let's see where this goes. What else do we need to know? Something it's going to come out of left field unexpectedly with that Page of Cups on the bottom. 2 of Pentacles. It's because of the financial ruin is the challenge. At the bottom, people looking at their own finances, their own security, their own safety. In the past, you've got the Star of Hope and Healing in the past. Crowning this reading, this Page of Pentacles. Opportunity being presented. Immediate future, you've got the 5 of Swords, the Bully. But then you've got this externally, the Ace of Cups, a cleansing, a new beginning. The 3 of Pentacles, working together behind the scenes. And then you've got this 8 of Wands and the hopes and fears. Yeah, collective awakening, judgment, Three of Wands, might be external assistance, and Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. And then you have this, again, this female energy. I have said for a long time that I have felt that Yulia Navalny, they won't lead a Westminster style government. That's not what Russia has ever been about. But I feel that she's going to be stepping up, something unexpected out of left field that brings an end to the legacy. We've got Page of Wands, we've got the Moon card, and we've got the fighting. The fighting, this fading misogynistic energy. You've got the Fool and you've got the Ten of Swords. This could be a new start, and it's going to bring an ending to what was. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't know where else to go with it. Yeah, I do. I think this is bigger than what is being reported. We may not hear anything for a while, but we will hear as it I'm just going to say it'll get out. Let's see where it goes. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.